Here now with Coach after the season comes to an end and what's been an odd COVID regular season. Coach, just your thoughts on your team this year.
We were pretty confident going in, even in the middle of this time of uncertainty. A lot of guidelines, restrictions we had to follow. We got up to speed on everything from day one on, and the team, they did a very good job of following all the restrictions and guidelines. And we did what we had to do to keep everybody safe, healthy, and be able to make it through the entire season, because unfortunately several teams in the state weren't able to do that.
And tonight, thoughts on the game? You played pretty well defensively. You just couldn't play any runs, leaving some guys stranded.
Yeah, Monday with Des Moines North, it's kind of a trap game for us a little bit. We knew what we were going to see for pitching, and that's what we got. And going from Monday's game to this game couldn't have been more polar opposite for us. And I told the guys, baseball is a game of adjustments. And unfortunately, the team who makes the best adjustments on the fly the quickest, usually the team that comes out on top. And we fought and battled a little bit. We made him throw a lot of pitches. We got to their bullpen, and we got guys on base. We had our chance, but we just didn't put balls in play when we had some opportunities.
And what do you say to your team after a season like this comes to an end?
I just said to them in the huddle, halfway through the season, 2/3 of the way through the season, people sat back and they looked at our record and they wrote us off. They didn't give us a chance to get past the first round of districts, whoever that was. They didn't give us a chance to even be in the sub-state game, let alone the sub-state finals. And we knew from the first day on, it doesn't matter if you're winless on the season or you're undefeated. Once you start the postseason, everybody's 0-0. And we fought. We found a way to come back late and win the game against LC. Nobody, even LC, thought we were going to win that game and gave us a chance. Well, we found a way. Des Moines North, we had nothing to lose and everything to gain in that game. We took care of business, and like I said, nobody thought we'd make it this far. And I tip my hat off to our guys for finding a way, as the season went on, to keep fighting and figure stuff out, and we did. And 12 seniors that aren't coming back next year. You know what? They can always look back in the future and say we were one game from state. They can't take that away from us.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Thank you.
Here now with Coach Ballbands after the win for Ankeny. And Coach, I'll just ask thoughts on the game tonight.
I thought we got a really good pitching effort out of Brody and Dylan to finish it up there. And one of the trademarks of our group is that we're athletic enough where we play defense at a very high level. Thought Mo Watson, senior behind the plate tonight, really led us in controlling the running game, and he's been wonderful for us all year. 11-day layoff, I think that probably you could kind of see that in some of our at-bats tonight, some first pitch pop-ups and stuff like that. And that's just an approach thing that we need to clean up. Tremendously proud of them. You can't control your path to state, but they played the games that they had in front of them, and we're looking forward to going down there and hopefully being a higher seed and getting a chance to wear our whites down at Principal Park.
And what's kind of been an odd COVID season? What do you say to your team, and even in an odd postseason where this is your first appearance in the postseason, what have you kind of been saying to your team?
First of all, we say keep your circle small, right? We've talked a lot about being a family and taking care of one another and staying away from people that you're not normally by. And we talked about, and with family sometimes comes sacrifice, and you might not be able to do what all your high school buddies or friends are doing right now, but the end result's worth it because not very many kids get a chance to play at Principal Park, especially 2 years in a row. So again, I'm tremendously proud of them. They're a hard-working group. They're an athletic group, but they also put in the time and have a great work ethic.
You talked a little bit about how you were defensively tonight, leaving several runners stranded at third and so on. Is that something you want to obviously take into the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing we talk about, trust yourself, trust your stuff, trust your teammates. And when you're on the mound and you have that comfort that I know if I locate my ball and I can induce a ground ball, that most of the time they're going to take care of it. After tonight, we're probably fielding around 97% clip. So for a high school team, that's pretty good. Don't want to jinx them. I'll knock on some wood when I get in the dugout. But again, really proud of Dylan's a sophomore, came in there at the end, and since he's been promoted to the varsity, he's just come in and pounded the strike zone and located, and has been a big boost for us, especially in kind of extended our staff. If you look at our stats, we've got 6 or 7 guys that have all thrown 20 innings, and he's been the guy that stretched that out for us. So I'm really proud of him as a young kid.
And overall, final question, just how does it feel to go to state for the second year in a row?
Oh man, it's great. I tell them all the time, you can't control what sub-state you get put in, and sometimes you could get 2 really good teams matched up, and it's not always a given. You could have a great year and have a bad game, and you go home. So we don't take anything for granted. We're gonna use these next few days to prepare and work on some stuff that I saw tonight. But certainly feels good, back-to-back years, and play a whole bunch of juniors. So we think the future's pretty bright around here.